Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. Today is Sunday, the next following weekend. Today is nice temperature. We are at high 55, I think, but it's very windy. So you can see I have no coat on, just a half jacket. So I am gonna winter sow. So if you like watching these kind of videos with the geese over here protecting their flock, just keep on watching. Alright, we're in the barn, nice and quiet. So I am here to look for, we're gonna winter sow. So if you never did any winter sowing, you're about to find out how it works. Hold up, fix you up a little bit. So usually winter sowing is like a gallon of milk jugs. You cut it in half, you put dirt in the bottom. I have a video somewhere in my YouTube channel about that I did back in Connecticut. But this year we're doing it different because I have beds. I used to grow my garden in containers. So that's why I winter sowed inside the container. This time around, I am doing it a little bit different. So I'm already in the barn, and I wanted to winter sow a bunch of stuff, and the list is in the house in my bullet journal. So you can winter sow like cold crops. You can do kale, cabbage. Well, that's the stuff that I'm gonna do. I'm doing tomatoes, peppers, onion seeds if I have any. That's why I'm here. I need to look to see what I got. I can do peppers. I can do, did I say tomato? I think tomatoes. I can do amaranth. So I'm gonna sow this because this is a good bug trap for like cucumber beetles, regular beetles. And here there's a lot of beetles. I did end up with that this year. Hello, we're still in 2025. Let's see, I think we still got 3 more days before Happy New Year. So I did get a lot of pepper seeds. I went on a rant and purchased a bunch of sweet pepper stuff from Baker Creek. I just love their packaging. It attracts me. I also I want to do dulce, which is a Puerto Rican pepper, and Baker Creek had them. I also do have some real dulce from Puerto Rico seeds that my bestie Brenda sent to me. So all that stuff I do want to winter sow. So let me go look to see what I got, and then we'll be back. Alright guys, don't be alarmed, but I do have more seeds than this. But for right now, I want to show you what I'm doing for winter sowing really quick. I feel like you're crooked. Let's see. So obviously there's a gallon. So if you're winter sowing not in your garden, I do have a video out there. You take this, and when you see the line of your gallon of milk, you will literally cut this all the way around, make holes in the bottom so it can drain. And then you put soil in there, the seeds in here, tape it up, leave it outside. But this time around, I have beds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut literally right before it bends. And I'm going to use this literally in the ground. Automatically squeeze it in there, then put the seeds, which it should still have the same effect. I don't know what really can winter sow, what really can't. Usually I just Google it and I say, hey Google, does kohlrabi winter sow? And it's going to say yes, because I already Googled it. Cucumber, yes, cucumber. All the brassicas. So all the broccoli, all the cabbages, kale, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, all of those can actually winter sow. Peppers can winter sow, and I really want to try to winter sow dulce. Here's the Spanish one. So I'm gonna do that one. Carrots, it says yes, you can winter sow, but carrots actually do grow at a pretty decent temperature. And they'll just, I want to say it says they'll start sprouting. Okay, some of these don't say it. Come on, I need a temperature. I know my carrots are still out there in the garden, and they came back. Some of them like died back, and then when the temperature became ideal, they came back. Okay, these don't tell me a temperature, but I know it said yes to carrots, but usually I do pretty okay with carrots when I just sprinkle them in March, and usually a couple of days later they start sprouting. And it says they're frost hardy, so that's why they will be able to winter sow. So we're not doing any hot peppers this year. I do want to do one of the amaranth. I'm going to do this burgundy one. I'm definitely doing all the culantros in there. That's a Spanish longleaf. I want something that gives me a lot of peppers, because man, do I love peppers. Let's see. I wanted to do basil, to winter sow basil, and I think it said yes, and the chamomile. And then we're doing those actually in one of the circle beds. So all of these that I'm trying to grow, that have not grown, we are going to winter sow. So tomatoes I want to say this one was all right. Here's more peppers, pepperonzini, a sweet pepper. Who are you? More he dulce. We're not doing hot pepper this year. I already got an asparagus patch coming along. I see sarmazzino tomatoes. Those little tiny ones killed me this year, so I'm not trying to do that one. It did say I can do eggplant, and I've been trying to do eggplant for a very long time, so we're gonna try to do that. Let's see. Oh, this is Swiss chard. My seeds for Swiss chard are coming out. What else? We're not doing hot peppers. I think this is a sweet pepper. Sweet, Italian, brown, American, blah, blah, blah. Long, skinny pepper, easy to have much rich flavor. Alright. So far, I'm good with those. These says Ozark giant pepper. Stevia. I definitely want to try to get some stevia. That's going to be in the herb bed. I got peppermint, spearmint. Lemon basil. We can try lemon basil. Actually, all of these peppermint, we do have a bed with peppermint on it. Maybe I'll sprinkle these and see if they end up working. Here's more flowers. I got cilantro. We also want to do more sweet basil. These are flowers. We'll totally do an oregano. I don't need celery. I put that very big in my notebook not to do any celery, because we got plenty of celery. I think this will be too difficult to... Oh, something is popping over there. And then here's more flowers. Black eyed peas, I think if you put them in now, they should start growing when they're supposed to. I got more lemon basil. I don't want no bumblebee tomato. More basil and cinnamon basil. So one of the beds, I don't know which one. I think it's number 1, 2, 3. So number 1 has the mint in it. We're gonna put more mint. 1, 2, 3. 2 already has literally full of herbs, so I'm not doing that one. 3, I can't do 3. 3 is more for our ginger because it has the best sunlight. I do want to do barrage, and if I'm not mistaken, I need that for the actual ginger, so it can have enough sun. These are all squashes. Squashes, I just put the seed down sometime in March, April. So we don't need those right now. And I have gourds, but do I really want gourds? But it's not the time for gourds. And then the other thing I have here is chives. That's another one I want to put in a bed. So some of these as well, I am going to put actually in one of the green stalks. Onion, white onion, bunching onion. Okay. And the artichoke and the blah blah. No, this is not something. So all of these are the herbs. This is an herb. No. So all the herbs I am going to put in one of the green stalks. I don't like parsley. I don't know why I got so many parsley seeds. But I got rosemary, thyme, sage, chamomile, bunching onions. I could do lettuce and spinach and see. Bunching garlic, basil. We're going to do that basil bed. And we have a load of different kind of basil. I do want to do the barrage, the oregano, basil, cilantro. The mint is going to that one bed. Lemon basil. I got the stevia, the dill. Here's all the basils. I'm definitely going to figure out this black eye Susans. Oh, here's more chamomile. Chamomile? Chamomile. Where else? These are going in a bed. That's in a bed. That's in a bed. That's in a bed. This is I think in a bed. This is the sweet basil. So that's over here, basil over here. Cilantro is supposed to be in a bed. This is in a bed, this is in a bed. Bed, 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 bed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, I was right. 10 with the tomatoes. So I need about 10 containers with the tomatoes. I'm gonna leave this just like this because I do have to come back for it. I'm gonna use this. And then I do have, the spinach is over here. Okay. Spinach. Are you the spinach? Oh, yeah. I got sweet bonnet peppers. More peppers. Mushroom paprika pepper. Mini bell pepper. Sweet California pepper. Pretty and sweet hybrid pepper. And then more sweet banana peppers. So I'm going to leave these here because clearly I don't need all these seeds right now. I do have to organize them. I just hope I don't forget about any of these. Let's see. This one has pumpkins, melons, cucumber. Just in case I don't have enough cucumbers. Here was cucumber, squash, melon, squash, all kinds of squash, melon, popcorn, cucumber, lemon cucumber, and spaghetti squash. Oh, kohlrabi. Maybe it's this seed that was falling here. This is the seed that is all here. In this bag. It's a bunch of kohlrabi seeds that fell off. And a bunch of pumpkin seeds. We don't need the pumpkin right now. That's later on, April. I do it in the middle of April. I put the seeds in. I do put a lot of seeds because I don't know if some of these will sprout or not sprout. So instead of 2, I do like 3 or 4 for the pumpkins and stuff. Some of these seeds are very, I wouldn't say old, but a little old. All right, guys. Let's stop procrastinating. Let's grab what we want to grab. I want to save the spinach. I want to try to do the spinach. Ooh. All right, guys. I'm going to Google to see if I can do artichoke. So I'll be back. All right, guys. Don't forget, I'm still learning at this. I learn from my mistakes. And I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I do a lot of Googling. But here's my book. It's my journal, 2025, for those who know about the book. But yesterday I sat down and put what I wanted to do today. Obviously, we just came home from church. If you didn't go to church, shame on you. Okay. I fed my starter this morning before I left to church. So all of these are done. What else does it say? Cook dinner. It's too early for dinner, but I know what I'm gonna cook. And then it says finish the room, bring over desk. That's later on or tomorrow. Now I have the cut the gallons containers. See right here, cut the gallons of the containers. And then I'm supposed to finish fall bed number 2. So when you walk into the garden, and I'll show you, I numbered all my beds for my insanity. So like as soon as you walk in, right on the right, that's bed number 1. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is the big square ones. Then the circle ones I also numbered. And as soon as you walk in, obviously there's a lot of wood chips, which is something that we're supposed to be working on. And the first one is 1. Then I named them 2 and 3 while I'm facing them, and then 4, 5, and 6. And it's easier for me to figure out what am I growing where. Then I said seed and cover with the gallon jugs. So I am going to use bed number 2, which I think is complete. So if not, I have to change it. Because don't forget, I was doing composting in the bed directly. So I'm not sure if bed number 2 is the actual one that I'm going to use. I don't think so. None of the compost is complete. Then I made a list of all the plants that I wanted to winter sow, because I Googled it to see if you can winter sow them. The sun isn't my, sorry. And then in the round bed, I have mint, basil, cilantro, dill, oregano, and cilantro, and the stevia in the round beds. Now 2 of the round beds are already permanent. Nope, 1, 2, 3 of the round beds are already permanent. The first one has mint, which that's where we're going to put the other mint. Number 2 has all kinds of herbs that I'm hoping they come back next year. I'm trying to see if they come back next year. Then 3 is for ginger, 4 is open, 5 has asparagus, and 6 has a rhubarb that comes out every year. So I don't have that many that I can use for the round bed. Then I have, for the other stuff, I have put chives, onion, seed, peppers, tomato, cabbage, kale, leeks. I don't think I grabbed the leek seed. And kohlrabi and an eggplant. So now I gotta walk back over there because I didn't grab a leek. But I did grab an artichoke. Ooh, so I might have to switch it around. So I did write down yellow beets, but yellow beets, carrots, and it's in my brain. The beets, carrots, and radishes all do great with just direct sowing in sometime in March or mid-April. So I'm not gonna winter sow those. The ones that I'm winter sowing are the ones that are hard for me to actually, everything is hard for me to do into seed trays and all that stuff. I still have not mastered that stuff. Then I gotta clean up the first green stalk, which I'll show you, because the first green stalk actually has cabbages in it, and I think I need to trim them. And it had something else in there, I don't remember what, but it needs to be pulled, and then I can clean it up and put spinach and lettuce, because this is the time for the spinach and the lettuce, because it's cool weather. They like that kind of weather. So I'm gonna do that and those, and then anything else that's empty technically has mainly strawberries in it, so I gotta clean out the strawberries, and whatever is empty I'll start bush beans in sometime in March when the weather is nice. And that's it. That's the list. So I'm gonna go back to the barn without you, get the leek seed, and get this started. Alright guys, so as I said before, I do have videos. All you gotta do is look for winter sowing. I don't even know if you can hear me because it's so windy. But if I was actually winter sowing into this jug, I would just be cutting it here halfway through this area, all the way around to here, open it up, do holes in the bottom, fill it up with soil, then put the seeds, wrap it up with duct tape, and enclose it, and call it a day. Oh, so windy. But since that's not what we're doing, I'm cutting up literally what? Why? What happened? Just trying to see which one would be easier, but I think to start it. Oh, it's leaving me. Alright, so usually this is all I want for my bed, because I'm using this for my beds. Now, if it was to put the dirt in it and close it, it would be towards here. I would leave like this nib right here available to open and close it. And then the bottom piece will have the dirt with the holes in the bottom, the seeds, duct taped, and call it a day. Let me continue. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're here in the Yaya's garden. Okay. Gotta pay attention to my surroundings. So here's bed number 1. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 is all mint. So I'm going to spread more mint seed in this bed. 2 already has a bunch of herbs that I'm going to see if they regrow next year. I hope you can hear me. I mean, I still see parsley and stuff. And sage and the lemongrass. That one is the one meant for the ginger because as you can see, it gets all the sun in the world. And then this is the only other empty one that I have. I just have to pull all that stuff. I do have a mullein growing there, but I think I'm gonna pull it out. This is the asparagus patch, and then that's the one with the rhubarb in it, and it needs to be fixed because that's the one that Jesse ran it over. So that being said, here's where I'm gonna put the herbs and stuff. I'm also probably, I wasn't gonna use that. My tarp is blowing off. I wasn't going to use the black tarp because I use that more mainly for potatoes, but I might use it for the herbs and stuff. We do have to get rid of some of this mulch. We're on top of the world now, called the mulch. So bed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 9 has all the garlic. 10 has cold crop that barely making it in life. The one bed is always for the carrots, radishes, and beets. And there is carrots and radishes and beets in there. No, carrots only, some carrots. Because don't forget, we're still prepping the bed. So 2, as you can see, does not look like it's available for me to do my cold crop in. So the only other 2 beds that I'll be able to do all of my winter sowing is going to be either 11 or 12. My guess is going to be 11 because it'll get more sun. So I need to put more, I think I got 2 bags of soil and 1 sand bag that I can put in it. So let me stop procrastinating and get moving. All right, so I did the holes on all the jugs. Yep. So let me do the little ones first. All right, Essie, for your insanity, peppermint to the right, spearmint to the left. All right, this bed, we're doing it as a basil bed. Look at all these basils. Yes, lots of basil. Alright guys, so for my insanity, I have started with the MI Garden lemon basil, the lemon balm, the lemon basil, the Thai basil, sweet basil, the cheap basil, and then another sweet basil, and then the cinnamon. So here you go, Essie, for your insanity. That's the order it went. Yeah, like, huh? Yeah, like, I thought I heard something. Alright. Check out my kale. Still surviving. I think I'm gonna do this bed as part of and then I have to put those bags in here. So sure, let's get started. Looking at my garlic makes me happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy. Distraction, squirrel. Alright guys, apparently I'm getting rusty at doing videos, so I put one bag of the compost and manure on each side. So I put one there, one here, and then I put half a bag of the sand, one bag of sand, and I split it between both sections, raked it out, and apparently I did not hit record when I was doing that. Now I'm about to do the jugs. I can only carry 4 at a time, so I'm going to show you with these 4. What am I attempting in life right now with the jugs? So we can jug it out, okay? See if I can put you here where you don't fall. Okay, perfect. Alright guys. So I got 4 jugs. Let me pick 4 things that I'm supposed to winter sow. So, as I said before, I usually don't know what can be winter sowed. I only done it with, I think it was the brassicas, and I done it with the peppers and tomatoes. So this year is actually the first time that I've been doing it with more stuff. So, technically speaking, how this is supposed to go is, let me pick one. Let's do brassicas first. So I got broccoli, and I got cauliflower that I can put on one side, on one jug, because I am not a broccoli or cauliflower kind of person. So let me put it somewhere around here where you can see. So I'm making the hole, basically, on where I gotta plant my flower, my cauliflower. So can you guys see that? I hope so. It's right here. So I know that that's the size of the jug. So I'm gonna put I'll put like 4 cauliflowers, and I'll put 4 broccoli. That's usually enough for us, because I don't know if the seeds will actually, you know, sprout. So I'm putting them all to one side. So I put the broccoli first on this side, and now I'm gonna do the cauliflower on the other side, and then I'm gonna put the jug on top of it. And that's usually what it means about winter. That's what it means to winter sow. If I can get the seeds out. Alright. And right now the soil is pretty moistened, so now I'm gonna just cover it up with the jug. I'm gonna come around it and put more dirt over it just so it can hold down. And there is the broccoli and the cauliflower on this jug. So from the looks of it, I think I can do more than the 14 that I have, but I do want to give it space, so I'm not gonna give one here. I'm gonna put this one here. Do the same thing, jiggle, make enough space for me to know where I need to put my seed. And on to the next one. So basically that's it. You leave it alone, you set it and forget it kind of deal. Not done over here. I'm gonna do onions next. Not the birds. Onions is a pretty big seed, so I'm just gonna sprinkle it around. I did bring more than one because I knew the onions. See if my onions actually grow out. You never know. Alright, so now I'm gonna dig the jug in. Maybe squeeze some of the dirt around it so it can stay in. Because technically this is the little greenhouse for all of this stuff. Let me put my glove on so I can do the same thing with this one. Because I don't want the jug to leave. Alright. So I think I have enough space to be doing all of it, which is pretty cool. As I put them in, what I'll do is I'll set them aside. We did the broccoli, the cauliflower, we did all the lemon and basils. So let's put them over here. And then if I get an extra jug of whatever, then I'll do onions or something like that. Here's the leeks. So the leeks, start seed, blah, 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 thinner plants, inches tall before harvesting a bunch across. So the reason we do actually the winter sowing is because it becomes a little, sort of like a tunnel for, it's sort of like a tunnel, not a tunnel, good gosh. It's, not a tunnel, let's see, get it together. Greenhouse, it's a greenhouse, people, it's a greenhouse. It makes it into a greenhouse. I'm gonna do these to see if I can get them started. I'm not sure if it will or won't. Then the next one will be cucumber and broccolettes. So let's see. I'm gonna do this whole thing right here because I can. And then I'm just gonna do this. Control it. I need to cover some of these. Doing cucumber next. Don't forget, some of these are not going to permanently stay here. I will be retransplanting these once they start growing out in the spring. So, at least. But it's just to get them started. Okay, that was cucumbers. Do I really want the broccolettes? I'm gonna do the leeks. I gotta go get 4 more containers. Hold on. Alright, got 4 more containers. The next thing I'm gonna try to do is the leeks. Don't need that much leeks. Still got some that are dehydrated. But the ones that I'm doing now can be, I guess, can be freeze dried. I want to freeze dry them so they can have better nutrients. Alright, now I'm going to do the dulce. So You and you. Do one for each. I had 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's 6. And let's do this one 6. All right. 7. All right. Another cut off. Alright guys, and that right there is the winter sowing. So hopefully everything will end up growing. The wind today is very powerful, so if they don't move today with this crazy wind, I doubt they'll move. Obviously you leave the top open, so when it rains you do get some water to moisten. But that container is broken, so we're tossing it. When I was digging through here, apparently there was potatoes in here, so now I'm wondering, did I leave the potatoes? Did I forget about the potatoes? I don't know, but I'm gonna just cover them back up and hopefully they'll grow out as they should. Let me just fix some of this dirt and then that's it for today. Oh, I feel like this one is like moving. You're moving. I want you to move. I feel like if it moves, that means the wind has an advantage of taking it out. So, if I do this really quick, it's better than not doing it and losing on my winter sowing. I don't want to lose on anything, really. And I always reuse my soil, obviously on top, because then it still gets to do its thing all year round. So we're good. Alright guys, I think that's it. I'm gonna do some wood chips now. I think I have enough clip. Ooh. I have enough clip for this video. But all I'm gonna do is take the bucket and put the wood chips and then just toss the wood chips where they need to go. And basically that's all I'm doing. So I'm not gonna bore you with that, but alright guys, editing me here, totally forgot about the green stalk. So it's too windy out here. I don't even know if you can hear me. I need to trim all these dry ones and make sure I leave the heads out so they can produce next year. There is a few that are coming back, which is great. So I'm pretty sure these are ever bearing, so I'm sure I can grab babies from one and put it to the next. So are these. So only a few of them died, but most of them have survived. We took out all the sweet potatoes from here, and I was gonna clean this out and put spinach, but it's getting very windy. I feel like I'm gonna blow away. So I'll leave that for another weekend, whether it's cold or not, it doesn't matter. Maybe it'll be a green stalk extravaganza. But I will pop this in the video before the closing. Here's the last one that has all of my herbs, which is the one. And look at all the cabbage. The cabbage did okay, but then it got really hot. So I don't remember what that was. But this is the one that I want to put herbs in when I replant it sometime in our lives. Also, this is the marigold, and what I'll do is I'm gonna grab all these seeds and I'm gonna throw them around the perimeter of the garden so I can get flowers. But that's it guys for today. Let's go on to the next clip. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.